Hello, good morning. Phone is wobbling this morning. Hope everybody's well. Rainy morning here, but it's all good. Actually, I'm on my own page. I'm not in my business page. But anyway, let's go. Excuse me. I wanted to talk today about the physical hunger and the hunger scale, but also emotional hunger and how to tell the difference, because it often can be difficult to kind of check in with what's actually happening. And for those of us who have been on many diets and kind of yo-yo diet, to an extent we might lose touch with hunger and kind of ignore hunger messages from our body. And on the other end of that spectrum then is the emotional side, and how to differentiate that we're not actually hungry, but we are emotionally hungry, I guess. So how to tell, and I know this sounds, as if we know all this stuff, which we do, but sometimes it's good to kind of check in with how do we know when we're physically hungry. And without kind of giving a politician's answer to it, it depends on the person. So some people, and there are something like 9 cues of hunger, they might be stomach growling, stomach rumbling, and it might be things like feeling faint, feeling dizzy, shaking. I'm trying to think of the 9. I did write them down, so I should check those really, just so I can give you the 9. Apologies. Dizziness sometimes, irritability. So sometimes we can be, and the term being hangry. What else have I got? I can't read my own writing. Trouble concentrating, and sometimes our words. So maybe I'm hungry at the moment. So those are the signals, the physical signals of hunger. If we kind of think about where in our body this happens, hunger often happens in our stomach. Emotional hunger on the other side is more sometimes here. It can be in our chest, it can be in different areas. Good morning. So emotional hunger is identifying what's different. So what's different about emotional hunger is it's usually more urgent. It's like, I need something now. So usually that something is high in sugar, high in salt, and it's like, I need chocolate now. So it's not a case, whereas with physical hunger, it's a slower burn, as it were. It kind of builds. And as my mother used to say, you would eat, when you're hungry, you would eat more nutritionally. So she used to say, if you won't eat an apple, you're not hungry. And that was physical hunger. Hi, Kathy. So emotional hunger on the other side is something that's more urgent, and the skill that I would use is to slow things down. So to kind of notice whether there are physical symptoms of hunger, and if there are physical symptoms of hunger, eat. And if, on the other hand, you're slowing it down and you're noticing that actually you're not physically hungry, what is happening? Because sometimes emotional signs can be things that we tend not to want to process. We want to kind of push them away. We often use the analogy of a beach ball. We push it down. Difficulty is with the beach ball, and with the emotion, it'll pop back up again. So equally, it needs nurturing. It might be boredom. So what would we do if we were bored? And also, if we notice that we are anxious, it's about checking in with what is it that's worrying us. Maybe do something like the worry tree or worry time. But ultimately, it's just understanding the difference between physical hunger and emotional hunger, and how that they both need priority and they both need to be listened to in terms of our bodies and our minds. Thank you for listening to me today. I hope that was helpful. Bye for now.